Hello, welcome. Just a heads up, some of my audio wasn't really usable, so I'm going to be switching back and forth between the video audio and voiceover a bit. Just be prepared for that. Alright, let's get into it. Today I am making vegan jambalaya. I've had this recipe on my Pinterest for a long time, and I have all the ingredients now, so I thought, why the heck not? Alright, so I'm going to start off with the ingredients you will need. There are a ton of spices, but I'm not going to get into those right now because right now we're going to focus on prepping the vegetables. So what you're going to need are 2 celery stalks, 1 carrot, and we're going to grate this, some garlic, a green bell pepper, a medium brown onion, vegetable broth, a can of fire roasted diced tomatoes, and a can of kidney beans. So the first thing you're gonna do, just to start off, because it's gonna take the longest, is put some rice on the stove. I'm using this basmati brown rice because it is what I have. I'm also gonna include some spinach in this jambalaya recipe, but I'm gonna put it aside because we're gonna add it at the very end. Disclaimer, by the way, this is not the vegan/vegetarian jambalaya recipe from French Market that is in Disneyland. This is just a regular fun vegan jambalaya recipe. It has some nice kidney beans in there for protein. It should be great. I haven't tried it before, but we'll see how this goes. So I just peeled and rinsed this carrot. I'm gonna start off by just chopping off the top and the bottom. All right, so after we have our grated carrot, we are going to finely dice the rest of our vegetables. So here I'm just throwing all my veggies into a pot, and I'm gonna let them saute on medium heat for about 7 to 9 minutes. Now I'm gonna quickly go over all the spices that you need, because once we saute the vegetables, we're gonna add all the spices. So it calls for 1 teaspoon of smoked and 1 of sweet paprika. I only have this kind, so I'm just gonna do double regular paprika. It also calls for onion powder, cayenne pepper, dill weed, thyme leaves, also oregano, but I don't have that, so I'm gonna use this Italian seasoning because it's mostly oregano. 1 or 2 bay leaves, and some garlic powder. It also calls for onion flakes, but I'm just gonna use a little extra onion powder in place of that. I've just combined all our spices in one little bowl, and you're just gonna add it to the pot, stir it around, and let it cook for about 30 seconds. We're now going to add our fire roasted tomatoes to the pot, 2 cups of veggie broth, our bay leaf, and we're just gonna mix this around. The veggies and broth have been simmering for about 15 minutes. I'm just gonna add the kidney beans and let them simmer for about 5 more minutes. Also, Pete my Mickey glove. All right, so my beans are all incorporated, and I'm just gonna let this simmer for about 5 more minutes, after which I'm going to remove the bay leaf and do a final taste test to see if we need to add any more spices. I just removed the bay leaf. It's been simmering. I just did a taste test. It's perfect. Now I'm just gonna add some spinach. I'm gonna add about 2 cups-ish, 2 to 3 cups. I'm just gonna dump some handfuls in there. This recipe also called for liquid smoke, but I didn't have that, so I didn't add it. All right, so this is our finished product. I'm just gonna add about 1 cup of the jambalaya to my cooked rice. This recipe makes about 4 servings, but if you're like me and you live alone, you can always freeze it. I would just recommend freezing the jambalaya without the rice because rice doesn't keep well, so just make fresh rice whenever you're ready to eat it. Okay, I'm about to do a taste test. Let's see how this goes. And there's my awkward thumbs up, proving this was a success.
Okay, y'all, this is the bee's knees. It is so good. It is so nutritious. If you want to spice it up a little bit more, you can add some vegan sausage. However, I think it's super hearty and filling, just the way it is, so.
All right, thank you for watching. I love cooking plant-based because it's good for the environment, it's good for your cholesterol levels, and hey, this recipe is good for your soul because it's soul food. Anyway, let me know if you try this recipe, shoot me a comment, and have a great day.